So today we are going to discuss about the most important topic in Sybase ASE, that is diagnosing system problems. Okay. So since I don't have any instance ready with me, so I'm using the reference, no SAG reference module 2. Okay, that is Administration Guide Volume 2. So there is a chapter called Diagnosing System Problems. So you can always visit and can understand what are the uh, error type, error messages, severity are present in the Sybase ASE. Okay, because this is very much required when you need to troubleshoot, troubleshooting the errors that are occur in the Sybase ASE. So I'll try my best to explain what how to understand how we can diagnose the system problem with the help of system, this error present in the error log file. Okay, so what happened usually, so there are every day in DBA's life, like there are some batches running, jobs also running, DBA jobs, application jobs. Okay, some user defined queries we need to run, some batches we need to run. Okay, so or maybe during any kind of a maintenance is running. So all these while performing these tasks, there may be the chances the process or a batch or the jobs may fail with the error. Okay, so we have to troubleshoot it as a DBA. We have to troubleshoot those error. Okay, and fix it. So just okay, you can pick up the error message which is present in your error log file or maybe in a session where you are running the batch. But just to categorize how the error are categorized, how the severity is mapped. Okay, so all this information is present in this chapter. So without hesitating, let's start. So diagnosing a system problem. So what includes, like, what are the system problems we have, like reviewing the error messages, managing the process, perform the dumps, starting and stopping the server. So all these topics are covered. So what we can do, instead of having the one lengthy video, I'll try to make it short, by creating at least 5 different videos around this chapter. Okay, so let's start. The first topic is how SAP ACE uses error messages. Okay, yeah. So error message includes a message number. Okay, so like here you can see message 208 level 16 and state 1. Okay, so what happened, let's say you run any query and it got a fail for any reason. So let's say a common error like message 208 level 16 state 1. So what it means, so the particular object which you're trying to access is not present in the current database. Okay, or you can check if the object is exist with the help of sp help and the object name. So in this case, publisher is a table. We are trying to access the publisher table. Well, we are trying to fetch all the records which are present in the publisher table. Okay, and since it is not present in the database, so we are getting the error message of 208 level 16 and state 1. Okay, so so severity level number 10 to 24. Okay, 10 to 24, which indicates the type and the severity of the problem. So AC has defined the severity number for each of the error. Okay, so we'll see, because it's already covered in the next upcoming this chapter. We'll see in detail. And the error state number, okay, which allow unique identification of the line of the SAP AAC which could have a have a specific error. Okay, so an error message which tells you the problem is and you need to fix it. Okay, so now if you could read it, what it shows: publisher not found, specify sp, specify object owner name dot object name, or you can use sp help to check whether the object is existing in the database or not. Okay, so what it contains, it contains the messages, level and the state, and also it suggests what kind of a fix you need to do to in order to come over the problem on this error. Yeah, so so there is one table in master called as sys messages. Okay, which is updated. So what happened, so all the error messages are stored in the master dot sys messages. Okay, and this particular table will get the updated over the period of a time when the SAP ASE releases its version. Of course, there are plenty. You can always go and in your environment use master sp help sys messages, or you can perform sp space used then the table msys messages. Okay, or you can query also top 10 records in present in the sys messages. So now they have given how to query, or no they, just for study purpose, for an example, the chapter itself has given how they can fetch the error messages present in this is messages. So now here we are going to fetch the messages which are start from 101 and I end it at 106. Okay, so this is how the error messages looks like. So output of this query would be error messages. Okay, that is error number, its severity and description. Okay, yeah. So just you have to know, because the interviewer can ask the questions around the error message as well. So for any a DBA life, they okay. So interviewer won't go so much in the deep of the numbers and all, but yes, he can ask you questions on which specific system table have a error messages stored in. So this is a common questions asked by any interviewer. Next, so yes, and again, like if you are performing day-to-day activity, if you understand these error messages from there itself, you can understand what type of error it is. So message numbers start with 17,000 and higher are the system procedure error messages and message strings. Okay, so let's see now how the error log format looks like. We'll see. So usually this is a like a syntax for any error log format. That is the instance ID, thread ID, family ID, SP ID, date, time, server hyphen pipe kernel, and messages. So we'll understand this. Like, so what is instance ID? The instance is running in the cluster environment. Okay, this is value 00 if SAP ASE running in non-cluster environment. Okay, so usually what happen in any of the environment when the ASE is configured. Okay, so there always a setup of either 1+1 node or n+2 node. Okay, sorry, 2+1 node. So what it means, like 1+1 means one is in cluster. Okay, so there is one cluster A and B. Okay, so so this particular node, like node A and node B are part of one cluster. Okay, and yes, whenever there is issues on any of the nodes, Sybase AC will fail or fail back respective nodes. So RHEL 16, oh sorry, RHEL 8 and above, we have a instance level clustering present. Okay, but but the Solaris don't have this facility. So the Solaris provide the OS level clustering. Okay, so we have to directly fail back the from the OS level. Okay, so when you see the 00, it means your Sybase AC is under the non-cluster environment. Then there is a thread ID. Thread ID on which the error is occurred. So it always happens at the 4 digit, like for example 0010. So there are two types of mode. One is process mode and one is the threaded mode. So we will see in the detail in the separate chapter. Okay, so just try to understand this. And again, the question for an interviewer is what type of the process mode you have in your environment. So these are common questions, and what are the differences? What are the challenges for having those mode present? Yes. So then we have a family ID, then as a process ID on from the server itself under the which process this which particular number for the process it's running on the server. Okay, so let's go to the, yeah, this one example is mentioned. So here 00 it means a non-cluster. Okay, 0024 is a specific to the thread. Okay, specific to the thread ID. Okay, then This is the family id and the spid is mentioned. Okay, and this is the date and the time, and this is kernel thread of 24. That is how it's represent 24. And you can see the sp default pool in online as engine 0. Okay,